Hey, welcome back, government class. It's Tuesday, March 30th. We are almost done with March 2021. Oh my goodness, that means April, May, 2 months. 2 months left of class after this. Can you feel it? Summer break is like, it's right there. I can't wait. I know you can't wait either. Let's not make this any longer than it has to be. What do we got today? Only 2 classes this week for American government, today and Thursday. We're going to start with the last class review, as always. And then a quiz announcement. You know what? Let's just get to that quiz announcement right now. Thursday, you will not have a weekly review quiz. You will have a vocabulary quiz. This one a little bit tougher than your past vocab quizzes. I believe there are 20 questions on this vocabulary quiz. So you're going to need that old pink sheet that we did way back when, I don't know, a month or so ago now. On the legislative branch, you're going to need that vocab. Study that. If you didn't do the vocab assignment way back then, good luck. Still got this quiz. That's going to replace your weekly review quiz on Thursday. It'll be a vocab quiz. All right? So study the vocab. Today, I told you we were going to talk about impeachment at some point in time down the road. Today is that day. It's going to be a quick class. It's going to be an easy class, but very important. It's a very important topic. It's been in the news a lot over the past 4 years. So it's very important to understand just exactly what impeachment is, what it means, and how it works. After that, I'll hit you with the attendance and your assignment. And that'll be that. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look. Last class review. Let's start there. Last class review, we had posters that you guys sent in and a weekly review quiz. Differences between the House and the Senate. All right. Hopefully that poster helped you out on the quiz. There were a few questions at the end of that quiz that were all about House or Senate. House or Senate. Who has more members? Who has more prestige? Who has people that work faster? All those things are very important because it helps us understand just the difference between the two houses. When bills get passed and signed into law, it's a lot of different moving parts. The Senate and the House are technically the same kind of thing. They both make laws, but they do it in a very different way. The posters were great. They were smaller than they normally would have been. You would have been working on them with partners in a group if we were here. But you guys still did a good job. There were some words in there. It's okay. I'll let it slide. But as long as you did it, rest assured you got a great grade. Now, weekly review quiz, not so bad either. All right. The tricky question, I said, name all the presidents that were impeached. Remember, even though I gave you 4 names, Richard Nixon was not impeached. He was about to be, but he resigned. He basically quit. He chucked the deuce and said, not impeaching me, son, and walked away from the impeachment. So you had Trump, you had Johnson, and you had Clinton. That was the answer that I said was a little bit tricky. Hopefully you got it. But weekly review quiz, good job overall. Now, let's get into the swing of things with our impeachment notes. Here's what you're going to need. A piece of paper and a pencil, and that's it, all right? See you in a few seconds. Meet me at the board. Okay, impeachment time. So like I said, piece of paper and a pencil. Why piece of paper and a pencil? Because I want you to actually write these notes out yourself. Trust me, you will want to do that today. Do not just type them up in your phone. Do not just type them up on your computer. Write them out on a piece of paper. I would turn the paper like so. Boom. Have it be long ways. You can see the board behind me is actually kind of full. I got this covering up a little bit of what we got coming up later. Now, first thing, impeachment. What is it? We've talked about it a little bit. Let's put impeachment right in the middle of our paper. Impeachment is as simple as this. It is a formal accusation of misconduct. What does formal mean? It means like, not preppy, but like it's nice, it's actual, it's business-like. It's not just somebody being like, hey, I think you did this. It's very formal, it's professional accusation. We are accusing, we are saying somebody did something. Misconduct, they did something bad. That's all impeachment is. If you are impeached, you are tried, basically, or you are accused. Simple as that. Impeachment is an accusation. Now, a little bit more in depth. What does it say in the Constitution? We're going to follow this arrow right on down here. It says the president, vice president, or all officers of the United States, meaning not just presidents and vice presidents can be impeached. Any officer, anybody who holds office in the United States can also be impeached. The president, VP, and all officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for conviction of three things. 1, treason. We know what that is. That's to go against your country, right? If you're fighting against your country, that's treason. Can't do that. You'll be removed from office. 2, bribery. We know what bribery is. You can't bribe anybody. If you bribe someone, you can be impeached and removed for office. And then 3, the only other thing you can be impeached and convicted of, high crimes or misdemeanors. If you're sitting at home thinking, what's a high crime? What's a misdemeanor? Is a misdemeanor like getting in a fight? Is that like an assault charge? Kinda. High crime? What's a high crime? There is no actual definition of this. It has been left up to scholars and judges and senators and members of the House of Representatives to figure out just what exactly a high crime or a misdemeanor is. Remember, this was written in the Constitution a long time ago. It wasn't written yesterday or within 10 years. It was written a long time ago. These are the 3 things that a president can do, though, to get impeached. Now, we know impeached just means accused. So let's take this step by step. And really, it's only a 2-step process, all right? The first step of impeachment, step 1, starts in the House of Representatives. Move on over to this side here. In the House of Representatives, if a majority of the House, majority meaning at least one more than half, remember there are 435 members in the House, so 218 of them. If 218 members of the House of Representatives vote yes to charge a president, that is impeachment. That's it. That is it. Impeachment is just being charged with something. It's like if you're walking down the street and a cop comes up and he sees you jaywalking and he says, I'm going to charge you with jaywalking. Boom! You were just impeached. Not really, but that's the same thing. You're just charged. It means nothing. You're not guilty. You're not guilty. You're not pleading no contest. You haven't even done it. It's just to be charged, okay? If a majority of the House, 218, vote yes to charge a president, then you have an impeached president. That president or officer, remember it can be any officer, is impeached. If this happens, the president or whatever officer it is has a trial in the Senate. See how we're using 2 houses now? So basically, the House of Representatives charges you with a crime. They will vote. If this number is 217 or under, you're not impeached. No, not impeached. What just happened recently with President Trump? 2 times, 218 or more members of the House of Representatives voted yes. So he was impeached both times. Does that mean anything? Not yet. You have to go to trial in the Senate, and that's the second part. If you're impeached, you have to go to trial in the Senate. That's where, you would walk in after your jaywalking crime, and you have a jury, you have lawyers arguing for and against, and you got a judge. That's what this is, all right? And that's step 2, the Senate. Skip this part up top here. The Senate hears the case. They listen. They listen to what the people have to say against the president or the officer. They'll sit there, they'll listen to arguments, it'll go on for days, and they'll be like, okay, that's a good point. Oh, okay, that's another good point. They will listen to the case and see if the president or if the officer has committed treason, bribery, or high crimes or misdemeanors. They will listen to that. If 2/3 of the Senate, and remember the Senate is 100 members, so if 67 of the Senate, 67 members of the Senate find the president or the officer guilty, if they all say, yep, I vote guilty, I vote guilty, the president is convicted and removed from office. That's where things get serious. This is just being charged. To be impeached means nothing at all. People get charged with things all the time. If you're impeached, is it a good thing? No, 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 no. Just like if you're charged with murder, is that a good thing? No. Does it mean you did it? Not necessarily. But I'd rather be not charged with murder than charged with murder. And just the same, a president would rather not be impeached. Remember, only 3 presidents have been impeached. But to be impeached just means charged. So, after they're charged, it goes to the Senate. Senate listens. If they find them guilty, they are convicted of whatever charge they had here, and they're removed from office. Now, if that number is less than 67, if it's 66, 65, 50, 40, the president just sits back and goes, oh, not guilty, and continues on with their life. That's what's happened every single time a president has been impeached. No president has ever been convicted. It's been close, but no president has ever been convicted on an impeachment. Now, if the case does involve a president, this is important. If the case involves a president, the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, remember, that's the leader of the Supreme Court. There are 9 judges. We call them justices. The Supreme Court Chief Justice is the presiding officer. To preside means to lead. So they lead. They are in charge of the entire thing. And this really shows you our past unit lesson on checks and balances. We have the House of Representatives, who's in charge of charging. The Senate, who's a completely different body, who's in charge of listening and trying the case. And then the Supreme Court Justice, the Chief Justice, is listening to it all and hearing the entire case. And that is impeachment. All right, so remember, impeachment, just to charge. If you are found guilty, that's when it gets really bad and really dicey. No president has ever been convicted, but plenty of people that weren't president have been impeached and convicted. Remember, you could just be an officer of the United States. And there you have it. Now you know what more than most people in America know. Most people in America think that if you're impeached, that means you are found guilty or that you are not guilty. No, no, no. It just means you are accused. That's all impeachment is. You were accused of something, misconduct. The Senate finds you guilty or not. Let's take a look at what your assignment is. Okay, there you have it. That's it for today. Told you, very simple class. What do you need to do? You need to send me in a picture of your hand-drawn notes. What does that mean? Y'all got the technology. You don't have to type these up on a computer or your phone. Like I said, I want you to write these out by hand. Take a picture of that puppy. Send it in to me. All right? Hopefully you did it that way. Hopefully you did not just do it on your computer or on your phone and you actually listened. Wrote out the notes, kind of how we did on the board there. Simple as that. Take a picture of that, send it to me, and that's all you got to do for attendance and assignment. Don't forget you got a vocab quiz coming up next class, and we will also talk about the influences on lawmakers, how they, make their decisions when they are voting for bills and whether or not they should become laws. But that is it for the day, so have a great rest of your Tuesday. We will see you guys on Thursday. Take care.